As we return to Jupiter, great shot of the Ariane 5 ECA. The weather is perfect, but again, as you heard, we will be experiencing a slight delay tonight to get all the work done. It will be time to hear in a moment about BRIsat, but we remind you that that is a satellite for a private bank, first time ever.
BRIsat is the first satellite dedicated for a bank communication network, and BRI is making a history by launching and operating its own satellite.
The satellite will operate from its orbital position at 150.5 degrees east and will deliver highly reliable communication services to more than BRI's 10,000 banks branches across the Indonesian archipelago.
BRIsat has 36 C-band transponders and 9 Ku-band transponders with the coverage of Indonesia, Southeast Asia, and Northeast Asia. I would like to express my appreciation to Space System Laurel as the manufacturer that has been done such a tremendous job finishing the satellite right on schedule. And I also would like to thank Ariane for their excellent support during this launch campaign.
Thank you, Bank Rakyat Indonesia, for your confidence, and long life to BRIsat satellite.
And as we return to Jupiter, we see more of the key Ariane space officials responsible for the mission and the range operation. We're closing in on a critical milestone, the 7-minute mark, and a special announcement from the DDO.
À tous de DDO, arrêt du décompte suite à un rouge ensemble de lancement. Que tous les moyens restent prêts pour la reprise de la chronologie à H0-7 minutes en cas de retour au vert.
Okay, there you heard the announcement from the DDO. We have stopped the count at the 7-minute mark. And as you heard from Stefan Israel earlier, we just need a little more time for the teams to get everything in order tonight for the launch. Reds are perfectly normal here at Kourou. It's a normal part of the launch process. We do not fly until everything is in order. Tonight, the crews just need a little more time to finish the final preparations. You know, like a good wine, you never drink it before it's time. And it's the same with the Ariane 5. We never rush anything. We have an hour and 10-minute launch window tonight, so stay with us. Back very soon with our broadcast coverage this evening. Already back in Jupiter, and look at that beautiful Ariane 5 ECA standing on the pad, and what's even more beautiful, just to its right, we are all green right now. At under 4 minutes to go to launch, everything is green, and again in Kourou, green means go. Look at how the weather has cleared up. You know, I'm a NASCAR fan. They'd call this Bill France weather. Clearing up for the launch this evening. And we never had a problem with weather tonight. It was yesterday that weather was the issue, but it looks like we're moving rapidly now toward the 3-minute mark in the countdown. Again, history tonight being made with this historic heavy payload, over 10,730 kilos. And again, made up of Echostar with 6,300 kilos, Echostar XVIII for Dish Network, and BRIsat at 3,540. The remainder, the Silda and the support structures. Again, you know, hats off to the engineers here at the space base who have worked so hard to squeeze out additional performance from the Ariane 5 ECA. All of the engineers involved with it. We set a record back on the VA-230 back in February 2013, and tonight we break that record by 337 kilos, closing in on the 2-minute mark before the launch this evening. And I'm getting excited because, like I say, I've been here quite a while, and I have been waiting for this moment as we get close to the actual countdown and liftoff. So at the 2-minute mark, you see those two arms surrounding the Ariane 5 in Kourou. They're called the bra. They're not actually holding the 780-ton rocket upright. That's gravity's job. The arms support the fuel lines, which are topping off the liquid propellants. We keep doing that till just before the launch, and then those arms will pull back. Well, they've been waiting a long time too, and the VIPs are now heading out onto the balcony to watch the launch in the sundown here in Kourou, bathed in sunlight. It is going to be quite a show coming up in a minute, 20 seconds from right now. As the Ariane 5 gets set to go. They're going to be watching it from the balconies. That's 13 kilometers from the Ariane 5 launch site.
Attention pour moins une minute.
There's the announcement we've been waiting for.
Top. H0 moins une minute.
We are under 1 minute to go. We welcome everybody from around the world watching the live webcast on arianespace.com. Greetings to our friends watching at Airbus Defense and Space in Europe, Echostar and Dish Network. Their headquarters in Inglewood, Colorado, PT Bank Rakyat in Jakarta, SSL in Palo Alto, California, Kines and Ariane Space in Paris. All of our industry partners all across Europe. Even my wife, who's waited so long for me to get back to Denver. Only moments to go, and we will hear the famous countdown in French from Kourou. Enjoy the show.
À tous de DDO, attention pour le décompte final. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, top. Allumage Vulcain. Allumage des EAP, décollage. Paramètres à bord sont nominaux.
One for the history books, and in the memory of the late, great Muhammad Ali, the rumble in the Amazon jungle tonight is that mighty Ariane 5 ECA as she roars into the sky above Kourou. My 10th time that I've called a launch. Takes my breath away every time. We're 57 seconds into the flight. Ariane 5 breaking the sound barrier here in Kourou, and the massive Jupiter facility beginning to shake right now as the launcher roars out over Devil's Island, made famous by the movie Papillon. 1,300 tons of thrust breaking the Ariane 5, free from the bonds of Earth's gravity. 90% of that power coming now from the two boosters, each one 31 meters tall, 100 feet. They're burning 240 tons of solid propellant in 2 minutes, more than 2 tons a second. When the boosters have done their job, and that'll be in less than a minute from now, Ariane will be 70 kilometers in the sky, traveling more than a mile a second, faster than a speeding bullet. And you can see on the bottom of the screen the numbers, pertinent numbers for tonight's launch. And that data being collected from Guyana tracking station on a big hill behind us here at Jupiter. Engineers there evaluating all the data in real time. 2:07 into the flight. The VIP's still on the patio, and they're waiting for the burnout and jettison of the twin solid rocket boosters coming up in about 3 seconds from right now. And you will be hearing the announcement of the separation of the EAPs, the boosters, and the boosters will have done their job. They will fall away, and we won't need them any longer. and that will be occurring. There you see the animation. We've now lost about 600 tons worth of weight. The mass of the launcher, 180 tons, and all that's gone in about 2 minutes. The lighter we get, the faster we go. The next major event will be the jettisoning of the fairing. We'll see that in a moment. It'll be gone in a few seconds. And it has protected the satellites on the ground, and in the early minutes of the flight into the sky, there you see the animation of the coif, or the fairing going away. We just lost 2 more tons. There's some great video from an earlier mission showing what it looks like as that fairing drops away. And the launcher is now 118 kilometers above Earth. We're technically in space. We still have a long, long way to go, however. I call your attention to the animation. Our next major event, the cutoff of the main stage, or the EPC. And there's
Fin de la propulsion de l'étage principal cryotechnique.
image and the announcement from the DDO.
Séparation de l'étage
The main
principal
stage has now
cryotechnique.
completed its job, and the upper stage has begun its mission. There you see images from a previous
Allumage de l'étage
flight.
supérieur cryotechnique.
You notice the little flash of light there? Well, the ignition, just before ignition, small rockets on our side of the upper stage fired, and that allowed the upper stage to move away, and then we safely ignite its engine and continue on the journey. Of course, immediately we dumped off those small rockets because,
Paramètres à bord sont
again,
nominaux.
the lighter rockets fly faster. We are, about 3 minutes away from the separation of BRIsat. Probably 3 of the longest minutes the folks at BRIsat have ever had. And every time I look at the numbers for Ariane
Les
space,
paramètres à bord sont nominaux.
it absolutely amazes me. We have just seen Echostar XVIII go on its way. It represented the 533rd satellite to be launched by Ariane Space. In a couple of minutes, that number is going to grow to 534 when we successfully separate BRIsat. I'm again, because of attention to detail and professionalism, the folks at Ariane Space and all of their partners make it look so very, very easy, and it's real rocket science. Anyway, high above the Indian Ocean, BRIsat, the first dedicated satellite ever to be launched by a bank, is about to be delivered. Let's hear the announcement coming up in a moment.
Séparation du satellite BRIsat.
Hey, right on time. And now the celebration can begin, and you see it there. The call from the DDO, the celebration is on, and Ariane 5 has delivered again. One can only imagine the thrill being experienced by the officials from both Echostar and Dish Network, along with the BRIsat. Years of work coming down to the last hour, and they placed a lot of confidence in Ariane Space, and the Ariane 5 ECA paid off tonight in a major way, placing them both into GTO. And this is probably one of my favorite times of the whole broadcast when I do these, is to watch these individuals shaking hands and enjoying it. Time now to hear about the historic heaviest payload.